And the last thing I want to show you is arrays. Remember, I would say that arrays are not so important nowadays inside of Java because we mostly use collections, which we are going to get to in a later module, but you still need to know what an array is. And occasionally you will still have to use an array. An array is basically just a way that we can have a list of a size that we know of some variables, and we can give that list a name. And so I have got an example here where I am declaring an array of numbers. You can see here I use it as special syntax with these brackets here. This is the type. This means I have an array type of integers, and then I have called it numbers, and I am assign it, and you have to use this syntax of new int, and I specify the length. So the length here is going to be 10. So this is going to create an array of 10 integers. Once you have created your array, you can assign the different values in the array. So in this case, I am assigning numbers 0 equal to 5 and numbers 1 equal to 8. Now this is 0 index, so what that means is that within this array it's going to be 10 numbers starting at 0, so 0 through 9, and I haven't initialized all of them. I have just declared 2 of them, but we can get those values out of the array. What you are using here is a special syntax called an indexer, and this allows you to index into the array in Java. So let's go ahead and print out some values of the array to see what they are now. So I can use this print line again, and I'm just going to print numbers 0. And we are expecting that to be equal to 5. And you can see it's printed 5 here. If we check it numbers 1, we would see that was equal to 8. And what do you think will happen if we choose numbers 2? We haven't declared here. You see that it is actually equal to 0 because it initializes as a default value for an integer is 0. So that's it. That's an array. You can also notice here that we are using an array already in our main entry point into our application. This is an array of strings, are the command line arguments that come in if you are to run this program from the command line. Now, one important thing about an array in Java, so that once you have created this array of the size of 10, it cannot be resized. You will have to create a new array and then reassign the numbers in that array. So this is one of the reasons why typically nowadays arrays aren't used as much as collections, which can be resized. You can have basically arrays that are dynamic in size using a collection, but it's so important to know what an array is, and occasionally you will still have to use an array when programming Java.